Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the call and thank you for taking the time. It was very short notice, but this won't be the first time we do that because we've had quite, is the word acclaim, like fantastic results with this product. And we've got the lovely Rebecca over from New Zealand going to explain about the presentation, about the scientific background around it and how it's helping thousands of people globally. I'd like to welcome Rebecca and thank you, Rebecca, for taking the time to do this for us. And I hope everybody here enjoys what they hear and learn something from it. Okay,
Fantastic.
thanks.
Thanks, Leanne. So tonight will be probably a very short presentation. We'll probably be here for about half an hour or so. And I'm here to talk about a breakthrough technology. And I know that Leanne's got something, she's got a raffle planned and also a discount on the product as well to offer anybody that's attended tonight. So we are recording the session and the presentation is specifically for people with diabetes tonight, although this product that we'll be talking about is changing the landscape of health across the board. So just a quick background and I'll give you my story. I've been in the wellness industry for about 30 years. I've also been a coach and I have had a lot of experience with different products in my time. And about 4.5 months ago, this product came across my desk and I started using it. And within 5 days, I was able to come off all my asthma medication. And I thought, well, that's a miracle for me. I've been on steroids for about 12 years for asthma and emergency inhalers. And I was really, really pleasantly surprised. And I started really doing some research into the science behind this product. And then I did some of my own market research and got the product out to a whole lot of people that I knew with different types of health challenges, chronic inflammatory conditions, autoimmune conditions. And universally, what was coming back to me was very, very positive results with the product within days and weeks of trialing it. So we'll hear a couple of testimonials relating to diabetes tonight, but the first thing I'll do is show you the product. So this product we're talking about tonight is a curcumin product. So curcumin, as we'll see in the presentation, is the most widely studied of the natural medicines, and it's really well known for its anti-inflammatory benefits. However, the problem universally with curcumin, which comes from turmeric, is that it's kind of poor bioavailability. So it doesn't absorb very well into the body because it's a lipid, which means it's an oily substance. So what we've been able to develop is a technology that delivers curcumin, which is nano-sized curcumin, straight into the bloodstream, into the cells of the body. It can cross the blood-brain barrier, which means that it can fight inflammation in the body, in the tissues, in the cells, in the organs, and the systems. It is also a potent antioxidant. So we'll be hearing about that and some testimonials. But what I'll do now is I'll just share my screen and go through a very short presentation to give you an overview of why we're so excited about this product and why it's having such incredible results across the board. So what we'll be hearing about tonight, I'll just close this down here. And I will just minimize that one. So what we're hearing tonight is about BioMS technology, which is the patented German technology that we have for the delivery system of curcumin. And what our sort of catchphrase is activate your healing and regeneration mode. So what is curcumin? It's the main active ingredient in turmeric, and it's widely used in alternative medicine. Actually, it's been around for over 4,000 years in Ayurvedic medicine, and it is one of the world's most potent natural medicines. It has very, very powerful anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and anti-cancer properties. So curcumin is already very, very popular. And what you'll see is it is the most widely studied of all the natural medicines. If you go onto pubmed.gov, which is a government-run website for studies, medical and scientific studies, and type in curcumin, you'll get over 21,000 results, all different types of studies that are done on curcumin. You can also type in curcumin and diabetes, and you'll get about 1,500 studies that come up. And what that means is that curcumin is well known to be posed as potentially moving from the natural medicine into a pharmaceutical, potentially because of its efficacy. But what we're talking tonight about is a very natural product. So we've just had one other person join. So excuse me while I just admit people if they come in late. So despite the health benefits that curcumin has, what the challenges are that are faced when curcumin is studied in the lab is that it has very poor bioavailability. It doesn't absorb, it's got low solubility, and it's quite unstable in the body, which means it's quite volatile. So the researchers that we've worked with in our company have set about changing that and finding a solution to really tap into the potential. So we're talking about bioMS technology, and what you can see in this graphic is turmeric in its raw state. Now, the turmeric that we use is sourced, it's an organic turmeric sourced in India, and then the curcumin, which is the active component, is extracted, and then it is nanified, and it is coated in a delivery system which helps it not be digested and helps its absorbability and bioavailability. So here is a little bit of the science, and what the graphic here shows is a curcumin metabolite, which is a microscopic nanometer-sized metabolite. So that would be the equivalent of taking your fingernail and dividing it into 1 million parts. That 1 million parts of your nail would be 1 nanometer. So each of these curcumin metabolites is 30 nanometers in size. And then what we do is we encapsulate it with a micelle-based delivery system. That technology is what's patented, and that allows this curcumin to be delivered directly to cells via the bloodstream. So pretty much any other curcumin product that's on the market that you might take or might have heard about would be a digestible one that you would have to ingest, either in a capsule form or a powder form. You can get some liquid forms, but they don't have the technology and they won't be absorbing. On average, you're looking at about 10% absorbability from your average turmeric or curcumin product, and with ours it's 95%. Here's a graphic of native curcumin extract on the left, and you can see it's sort of clumping up in the water because it actually is an oily substance. And then we've got solubilized curcumin on the right-hand side, which is our technology. And you can see how beautifully that's infused into the liquid. And that's exactly what happens in the body within minutes of putting these drops on your tongue or in your coffee. And as soon as it touches the tongue or gets into the bloodstream straight away. So we have absolutely, helped with our technology to revolutionize the supplement industry, and we make lipid absorption possible. And we are one of only 6 companies to hold a patent to combine nanotechnology and natural medicine. So our product is actually really the delivery system, and we've started with inflammation through curcumin because we realize that is probably the largest common denominator and largest issue that we're facing today. And you can see our patents there on the right-hand side. Now, this product is all natural, and it's German technology with proven scientific results. So with our patented bioMS technology, we achieve bioavailability in the body of up to 277 times greater than native turmeric. So even micronized turmeric, which you can purchase in stores, is only 9 times more bioavailable than native turmeric powder. So this has been the goal of our company, and our technology represents absolutely a major breakthrough in levels of effectiveness never before seen. So what happens now is all those studies on PubMed, the efficacy of curcumin, what we hoped it could always do, is now being seen. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So before we get into some testimonies, I'll show you the products. We only have 2 products in our range and a probiotic as well, which is for gut health. We won't be focusing too much on that tonight, but we're focusing on the curcumin products that we have. So we have Nanify, which is our flagship product. And this is curcumin with a vitamin D3, which supports the body's healthy response to inflammation and intestinal challenges. And it helps to fight inflammation where it exists. Now, a lot of us have chronic inflammatory conditions, and we also develop acute inflammation daily, in response to stresses and work, etc. So we can say this is our flagship product, the Nanofy. We have a slight variation on the Nanofy, which is called Curcumin Plus. So it's the same curcumin vitamin D3, and it also has the added benefits of vitamin C and ginger. So this is really useful if you're sensitive. It's a gentler type product. It's great for people that have digestive issues. And sometimes when you have an autoimmune situation in your body, you do have across the board, you can have a lot of sensitivities as well. And what's great about this product is that in synergy, each of those ingredients, and there's only 4 ingredients in the product, have a stronger, more powerful result than if you were to take them individually. So there's a synergy about this product. Now, the other product I was mentioning is Symbiofi, which is the prebiotic probiotic product, great for gut health and fantastic in combination with the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory benefits of curcumin. This one here has incredible ingredients, herbal and fiber ingredients that create a prebiotic environment in the gut. So things like crabapple and horseradish and lots of other spirulina, lots of lovely prebiotics, and then 5 billion colony forming units, which is these are medical grade probiotic healthy bacteria. So they are the 3 products that we have in our range. I want to talk to you a little bit about the data and why we're so excited by these products and what the benefit can be for people who are suffering with diabetes. Okay, so let's just look into that. So we have the data sheets here on the Curcumin Plus. And as you can see, you might not be able to read this, but I'll just cap this quickly for you. Again, because of the delivery system, because we've been able to nanofy the curcumin and have it in a delivery system which can enter the cells, there's actually relatively small amounts of curcumin in each 10 drops, which means that if you are taking other medication, of course you want to get the clearance from your medical professional, but it doesn't pose a threat. Actually, it can help and assist the body to rectify and repair and heal and regenerate in the right ways and rebalance itself so that you may have less requirement for other medications if you can start getting your body back into balance. So that's the Curcumin Plus. And as you can see, again, the efficacy in the product is up to 24 hours of bioavailability, where normal curcumin or turmeric products, you're lucky if you get 1 to 4 hours of detectable levels in the blood after ingestion. So our product represents such a revolution and such a breakthrough. And we've got the Nanofy, which is the curcumin and the vitamin D3. Again, very, very small levels, low levels of curcumin, because we don't have the bulk of the turmeric root. We've taken out the extract of the metabolites. And then now don't be frightened about the word nanotechnology. The body is a nanotech machine. The body can only assimilate and absorb nano-sized particles at the cellular level. And a lot of our energy is wasted, is expended, digesting, breaking down, extracting nanoparticles from the foods and the nutrients that we eat daily. So what you're finding with a product like this is that because all that hard work's been done, the body can utilize it straight away, immediately, and it can cross the blood-brain barrier. Now, that helps for neurological conditions, for degenerative states. We even have reports of helping with mental health, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress. Across the board, we've got thousands and thousands of testimonies about how this product is helping people get their lives back. So the efficacy, as I said, is in the size, and don't be frightened by the word nanotechnology. Symbiofi, the data sheets are there. Now, we can provide all these if you'd like to take anything to your doctors and have them okay if you're on other medications, etc. We have all this information available. And the difference is that basically you've got the vitamin C and the ginger in one of them, and then in the Nanofy, you've just got the curcumin and the vitamin D3. So We have safety data here about the encapsulation process of the curcumin and the delivery system, and it's all natural. Everything is, and the safety levels are there. This is a German product, German technology, and we've got the patents in Europe. The product's manufactured in Germany, and our company is based in the United States. More research we can provide. So this is just a very quick overview of what we do and what we've got available. But we have a whole research library with all of our patents, our data, our safety, and our science. And we have multiple studies done on the benefits of, our product and on curcumin in general, and all the safety data, and lots of information about, if you were looking to really, if you're a research scientist and you wanted to look through studies, we've got all of that available, of course. We do have wholesale kits available. So tonight we'll be focusing on, offering you a product at retail cost with a 20% discount. But we do also have wholesale kits available if you were looking to really give the product a good try for a few months. And we are just bringing this product into Australia and New Zealand now. So we are really bringing this product to market. It's a very, very exciting time for us in our company. So this is just a very quick graphic on the wholesale kit prices. And basically, you're getting the product at half price if you purchase it at wholesale. And full price in Australia, you're looking at about $90 for the Curcumin Plus and $80 for the Nanofy. And that's a month's supply for an average user for a maintenance amount. So it's actually very, very cost effective. It's great. It's low cost. It's great value. The other great thing is it's safe for children and pets. So the whole family can take this. And the last thing I'll leave you with before I come back to the screen is that because we're pre-launching this product into the country, we are looking for people that have access to doctors and naturopaths and chiropractors and physiotherapists and gym owners and anybody who has access to people who need the product for anti-inflammatory benefits. And they can certainly purchase the product at wholesale and sell at retail, and it's very, very lucrative for them. So we're certainly open to talking about any wholesale opportunities that anybody might have. So I'll just stop that share and come back to the screen. So a very, very quick talk there about the product. And I'd like to share a couple of testimonials with you that relate to diabetes specifically. I will share the screen again. Just give me 1 second and I can open up my, we have a Facebook group with about 16,000 people on it sharing their results with the curcumin, with the Nanofy, and a lot of visual testimonies here. You'll be quite impressed, and I'll just get that up now so I can share that screen with you. And we'd really invite you to come and join this Facebook group so that you can have a look for yourself and learn what it's doing for such a vast array of health conditions, and also not just people that suffer from health challenges, but also enhancement, performance enhancement, recovery for gym goers, and brain fog's lifting for people. So there's huge big lists about what the benefits of turmeric are, but now we've got this supercharged curcumin, which is 18,000% more bioavailable than anything else on the market. So you can imagine the sorts of results that we're getting. So this is Disruptive Wellness, which is a Facebook group. And as you can see, there's 16,500 members there. And people will come in and post their results here. 5 days of use. There's a lot of great visual testimonies, but there's thousands and thousands of reports. So it's great for psoriasis. It blocks inflammatory pathways. We've got doctors championing our product. We've got the average user getting their life back. And I'd just like to show you, because we're on the topic of diabetes tonight, we have Dr. Jeremy Thornton, who is a champion of our product. He has 1,000 of his patients in America on the product. And he gives a report here. I'll just zoom in a bit on that one and see. This is changes in blood works for one of his patients that has diabetes and arthritis. When we added the biomass drops, check out his blood sugar, glucose, A1C, lipids and inflammation, C-reactive protein. And you can see that the results are absolutely astonishing. Dr. Jeremy Thornton does a lot of talks about diabetes and the effect of the curcumin on diabetes. So we can certainly give you all that information as well. This is a pretty gory image, obviously, but we all know that diabetic ulcers are really, really difficult to treat. Now, this is 2 months on the drops, and this is taking the drops orally, internally. So you can use the drops topically, of course, and they're great for burns and wounds and scars and stings and bites and things like that. But that was just an example there of 2 months with the drops. Here it is again. You'll find lots of information here about diabetes, people that are having the results who have, already seen changes in their blood works, etc. And as I said, really safe for pets. This particular testimonial here is a horse that has diabetes, and talking about, it's such a heartwarming testimonial. This horse was able to get up and walk back up to the house. 24-year-old horse, hadn't been able to barely walk. Just absolutely mind-blowing. So we've got lots of great resources in here. So I thought I would just share that. And I'd like to now come to Denise, if she's there. She's going to share a testimony on behalf of somebody else. It looks like she's just gone off, is she, somewhere? So it looks like she's just gone off. But what I might do is just open up for any questions that anybody has at the moment. And when Denise comes back, she'll be able to share that great testimonial. We have a local guy who's been on the product for only a matter of weeks, who's seen extraordinary results with his diabetes type 1. So again, just to reiterate before we open up for questions, it is a natural anti-inflammatory. And what that really does is helps the body with its autoimmune inflammatory responses to all kinds of factors, whether that's toxins in the air, whether that's an immune response that's overreactive, whether it's an over-underactive immune system. So the product, and I'm not a doctor, but I can certainly point you to lots of scientific evidence and videos about the product. So just getting Denise, if she can, to share her testimonial from a friend of hers who has had great results.
Yeah, I just spoke to him actually. He's just come out of a boxing match, so he couldn't get on the call. He's a guy I've known for a long, long time. His name's Gavin. He's 62. He's a type 1 diabetic for 42 years. He's in need of a knee and a hip replacement, and he suffers from plantar fasciitis. Life from a physical and mental health perspective has been an absolute challenge. He's fortunate enough to have been introduced to the nanofied curcumin, and he started using the product. Well, this was 19 days ago, so I would say it's probably about 49 days ago now. But this is after 19 days to see if it could help with the inflammation and the pain management. He was quite sceptical, but prepared to leave no stone unturned to try and find something to help improve his general quality of life. And as I said, he was always a skeptic. But in this product, I have been both impressed and amazed at the impact it made from day one and the dimension that it's added to my existence. Pain management has been very good indeed, and my blood sugars have leveled out, making my diabetes much easier to manage. Probably the most noticeable thing has been my improved functionality in nearly every sense imaginable. In comparison to how I was before starting on the curcumin, no more inflammation causing grief in my back, hip, knee and foot, and an amazing sense of having my life back. He says, bloody great product. Now, I just spoke to him then, he rang. He said it's been an absolute game changer for him. And he said, he is now, feels like he's keeping his head above the water all the time, whereas before it was always that feeling of drowning. So he's a very, very happy man, and he's just got his own pack. So he's, it's one of those things, diabetes 1 apparently never cured, but the quality of life he's got now in comparison to what he had is just unbelievable. And that is just, a month and a half or something. So amazing product.
Brilliant. Just wonderful. Amazing. I will show you a couple of other testimonials here that we've got, and it was just on a different presentation. So how you take the product, 10 drops a day for the average person. Now you can just put that in your coffee or your tea. It's generally tasteless in coffee. You can have it in room temperature water. You can put it into veggie caps and swallow it, or you can place it directly on or under your tongue. So it's really, really simple to take. And what we can pretty much say is that no matter how your inflammation's manifesting, in whatever type of name your illness or your disease or your condition has, what you'll be really looking for is better sleep, increased energy, reduced pain, and improved clarity. And that's what this product delivers every time. So, as I said, it's GMO-free, natural, and it's an anti-inflammatory as well. So a couple of testimonials I'll just take you through here. We've got a range of them. So this one is, from a child taking the drops, becoming much calmer, having less frequent and shorter meltdowns, becoming braver, more interactive and less anxious, and sleeping really, really well. The one over here from Beverly is, within an hour of taking the Biomass drops, I was very relaxed. The pain in my lower back had gone, my anxiety was leaving, and I was bright, talkative, and motivated. Denise, who you just heard from, has had incredible results with her own osteoarthritis. And she wrote this testimonial quite a couple of months ago and noticed a change in her grip after 16 days, huge improvement, could close her left hand, and the hands were less stiff, and there was about 50% better grip. And this is my own testimony here after 6 days of taking the drops. And this is why I'm such a big advocate and a championing of the products, because it's really changed my life and the lives of so many people that I love and care about. Here are a couple of other visual testimonies. IBS is a big one. So the product, when you're taking curcumin, a natural anti-inflammatory, that works through all cells in the body, including digestive tissue as well. The combination of the drops, as I said, in the probiotics is spectacular. This woman over here has 100 days without the swelling in her face, without flare-ups. And I think this condition would probably be a combination, maybe fibromyalgia as well. The bottom picture on the left is 3 days apart of taking 10 drops a day. So we have, hundreds and hundreds of these testimonials. This one here is just a bit of an advert for eczema. So this is a 16-year-old who had great results within a week. So, and we saw that beautiful horse there, but this one I'd love to just read. I have a 24-year-old Australian stock horse with diabetes and severe arthritis. His last cortisone injection made him 10 times worse. Vic has been on these drops for 5 days. He's walking almost normally. I haven't seen him move with this much ease in years. It is like he has a whole new lease on life. So what we're finding is, with a natural product, people are getting their lives back. And it's a low-cost product. And we are bringing it to Australia, and we're super excited to share this gift with everybody that we can. Little Pepper down on the left there started to have problems with her joints. After a month, she was playing like a puppy again, being able to jump up on the couch. We've heard that story a lot from pets that have problems with their hips, a lot of arthritic conditions, but animal diabetes is really, really common. So Teddy and the cat over here again, just outstanding. And there's the Disruptive Wellness Facebook group. We also do have I won't go into that detail just yet, but we do have another Facebook group that is for our people that are wholesale purchasers and distributors of the product, where we have all this information available. We have great presentations. We have all the resources, testimonials, and we have a huge amount of support for everybody that is taking the drops. We have access to medical staff who can advise you. We've got great customer support, and I'd just like to encourage everybody. I'll finish up here and hand back to Leanne and open up for questions. But just like to encourage everybody to really seriously pay attention to this product, because I did, and it changed my life. And I have probably helped now thousands of people in a few short months get the product into their systems and start to have life-changing results. Most of my mum's very best friends have had profound life-changing results. from Hashimoto's, we've got people with disc problems, back problems. But we're here to talk about diabetes tonight and the effects that it's having on people with diabetes. That's one manifestation of autoimmune chronic inflammation in the body, and that can be caused by a variety of things, whether they're lifestyle or environmental. But the drops certainly help in every instance that we've seen. So if anybody has any questions, free to answer. And if Leanne, you'd like to also chime in, that's great. If you've got a question, just feel free to unmute as well.
Okay. Thanks, Rebecca. That was great. I'm sure, Cindy, would you mind, you're not shy, telling us your testimonial, how you broke your wrist? I know that's not to do with diabetes, but you had a great result, didn't you, Cindy? Is Cindy there?
Oops, she's got her camera off. She might have ducked off to the well, she's on mute actually, so she might have to unmute.
I am here, sorry.
Hi,
I was
Cindy.
just a bit busy with my husband. He needs a lot of help. Yes, I was sent these wonderful drops by Leanne. Actually, it was going to be for my husband who's got Parkinson's and a brain injury, and we thought that would really help him. And also one of my clients who's got early onset Alzheimer's. But quite coincidentally, the day the products arrived was the day that I slipped over and fell and fractured my wrist and ended up in hospital. So I was very grateful when I was discharged from hospital. My arm was so swollen, I was desperate, and I suddenly, late in the evening, thought of those curcumin drops, and anyway, opened them, took them, and literally the next morning, my arm was down to about a third in size. It was incredible.
Unbelievable.
I mean, there's many other things that it's been doing in the last couple of months, but that was the most dramatic thing. And when I went to the fracture clinic the week after, the registrar was absolutely shocked because my arm had been so black and swollen. He thought that it would still be the same. And he said, I cannot understand how you've had this kind of response. So that's thanks to Leanne and Vitify.
Great, amazing. It's incredible how many people have such good results and go to their doctor, and then the doctor say, what are you doing? And then they show them, and the doctor say, I want some. We've had that.
I know. And it's funny because I'm getting my husband to take it now, and he has a real problem with restless legs. And of course, fortunately, I've never experienced that, but it is a dreadful thing. But I had read on the Disruptive Wellness Facebook page of people having great results with restless leg syndrome. And so with Brian, it's really helped him a lot. And his GP now is really interested in the product.
Unbelievable. That's so good. So good to hear. Yep. And
Really
actually,
great
doctors are very favourable about the ingredients because most doctors know how good curcumin is. As I said, it's one of the most widely studied natural medicines, and from a scientific and medical perspective. So they are generally always really, really supportive of introducing the drops, even if you're taking other medications. So, but always, if it's not heavy meds, just get your doctor's approval.
And I think too, what we need to remember is, like, I was taking an expensive curcumin product a couple of years ago, which I actually had a couple of tablets left in a bottle, and I was really shocked to see that the dosage per tablet was 15,600 milligrams of curcumin.
Yep, exactly.
Really, when you look at it, you think, wow. And I was taking that, and most of it was leaving my body.
Exactly. And what you'll find is that if you are taking those high doses of curcumin, you can't take that and be on blood thinners at the same time.
Absolutely.
In 10 drops of our product, because, as I said, it's so effective at getting into the bloodstream, there's only 31 milligrams of curcumin in 10 drops, and it does all of that incredible work in the body in such a short amount of time because of the delivery system, because of the science behind it. So what an incredible gift we've been given here by the German scientists. So we're excited to be bringing this into Australia and New Zealand. It's currently available in the US and some parts of Europe and some parts of South America. But we have been championing this product for the last few months, and I'm happy to say we have moved bucket loads of it and helped countless families. So very exciting. Anybody else? Basu, you've got a question?
Did Bernadette put something in the I can't see the chat.
There might be something in the chat. Just unmute, Basu, if you can, and I'll have a quick look at these.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm so interested. I'm thankful that I came on to the. Actually, I'm a Samoan and I live in Papua New Guinea. I've got this diabetic thing for quite a while, and I'm here to look after my father in Samoa, and he's also a diabetic, and he's slow in his memory. He's 87 years old, and listening to the product I'm so interested, and I wonder how I can get hold of the product.
Okay, so I do have, well, the tricky part is because we're pre-launching into Australia and New Zealand, we would need to have somebody. Do you know anybody who lives in Australia or New Zealand that could get product and send it?
Is the product in Sydney or in Brisbane? Somewhere.
Well, it's basically wherever we've got a distributor who has stock at this point. So we would check for you and see if we can get somebody to send you some product. Leanne can probably organise to send you some product.
Absolutely. So I can send that. We can liaise, and I've got your contact on Messenger. So you know, with Rachel and Bernadette. So of course we can help you in some way. Get you some product for you to try, and then we. So, if you want, but we can talk about that after the call. We can, or tomorrow if you like. We can get you the product to trial, and then if there's quite a few of you having it, then we can look at having these wholesale prices. It's just as Rebecca was saying, we just need an address here for it to get delivered. It could be Bernadette's, mine, or but if you've got a relative somewhere in Australia, it would be delivered there, and then they could send it to you or ship it to you.
And you could get enough product to last for a few months, at a time, so that he had supply. So generally, 1 month is a 1 month supply. But if you're taking more than 10 drops a day, like Denise, for instance, takes 20. She takes 10 in the morning, 10 at night. That's right, isn't it? I take about 10. Some people 5 is enough. Some people take 30. If something is really chronic and they want to have a big transformation very quickly, they might take more than that for a while and then come back to a maintenance amount. But what a gift. We've had it. There's a message here from Bernadette too. Dad had his latest appointment at the Baker Institute on Monday, and the professor told him his count of 8 was the lowest it has ever been. Dad has been taking the product almost 2 months. Wow. Spectacular.
Wow.
Denise, sorry.
No, I've got a question. I'm just trying to join the Facebook group, and it just says who invited you to the group. So would I say Bernadette or would I say yourself?
It'd be either Leanne or Bernadette. Who would that be, Leanne?
Bernadette.
Yep.
Bernadette. Okay. Thank you.
Right. So you found Disruptive Wellness. You're good.
Yes.
You're on it. Denise, do you want to share your story just quickly on Trevor's maybe? That might be just great. Just to get, so you can get the feel, even though the focus is on diabetes, obviously diabetes is a manifestation of inflammation, as are most disease states.
Yeah, well, I'll talk about my husband who couldn't care less about his health. I'm the one that makes him eat healthy foods and reminds him of everything he needs to do, as you often have to do with men, and got him onto the drops, and he wasn't averse to taking them, which was good. Within a few days, 2 or 3 days, his constant headaches stopped completely. He hasn't had any since, and he's had those for years and years and years. After another few days, he said, "My feet are warm." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, well, I've usually got really icy cold toes, and now my feet feel warm and cozy. So that said to me, circulation.
Yeah.
That is incredibly important when you think about, you know, your hands and feet and things. And also, the doctor told him that his blood pressure was too high, and now his blood pressure, he's been on the product for 3 months. His blood pressure is constantly normal now. Headache's gone, and he's just more easier to live with, and takes his drops. He mostly remembers, and if he doesn't, he goes straight away and takes them when I remind him. And as Rebecca said earlier, I have had great results with osteoarthritis in the hands, mainly the middle fingers. This hand is almost back to normal. I've got the grip back, whereas before, when I took a tub of yogurt out of the refrigerator one day, it just slipped straight through my fingers because I didn't have the grip, and it went everywhere, as you can imagine. And I was very, very depressed about that, because there's really nothing you can do. So, and the right hand, the pain's gone and the stiffness is gradually going. That will take quite a bit longer, but compared to having absolutely nothing else to take and improve this situation, was just going to get worse and worse. So we're absolutely thrilled. And Trevor's daughter has had a breast cancer operation, and she's recovering remarkably well after that, because she's been taking the drops constantly. So, you know, just in the family, my nephew's getting great results, my daughter, my brother, a sister. So it's a great family story for us, isn't it, Beth?
It's wonderful. Yep. And we have been so impressed with the product and so excited by it that we've decided to really devote sort of full time for the last few months, my mum and I, to this. And this is, you know, obviously for us, when we are promoting this product and sharing it with people, you know, who are getting results, we get to share in their testimonies coming back, which is just, there's just nothing better than knowing that you're changing lives. So we had, and just one more story that comes to mind recently, about a week ago, we had a gentleman who I met. He said he'd booked himself in for a double knee operation at the end of the year because he's a builder and the pain was so bad. He couldn't do anything, couldn't exercise, he put on a lot of weight. Within 3 days of taking the drops, he said, I don't know what's happened, but I don't have any pain in either knee. He's back at the gym. He's just going for it. And now he's a big champion advocate, and he wants to distribute the product and share it with as many people as he can too. So we are just seeing so many life-changing stories with this product. And as I said, I've been in the wellness industry for 30 years and I've seen some good things, but nothing like this that is so easy to take, so low cost, so will be so readily available. The more we work to get this out, the sooner we'll open our distribution in Australia and New Zealand. You can still get the product from us, as I said, from Leanne, from Bernadette, or if you're interested in getting it at wholesale, you can just order your own product at wholesale. And then when we open, it'll be widely available for all of your friends and family customers as well. So I'd like to add, Dad started taking the drops to see if they'd help his bad wrists, right? Good. So, you know, we have lots of great diabetic videos, as I said, Dr. Jeremy Thornton talking about diabetes and and how effective it is. I did want to keep the talk relatively short. It's the first one we've done on diabetes, so I'll probably modify it a little bit for the next time and maybe include a little bit of a snippet of something, but we certainly have everything available. And Diane, you've joined Disruptive Wellness. I'd encourage everyone else here to join. You can actually see some of Dr. Jeremy Thornton's videos there. If you just go into the guides section, so you can use the search function to search keywords and bring up any testimonial about anything you can dream up. And then in the guide section, you can find Dr. Jeremy Thornton's videos, which are very, very informative. And he's a good friend of mine now, so we work closely together. And, you know, as I said, we've helped thousands and thousands of people get this product in their hands in the last few months, and that's only growing. So we're not stopping.
If you're going to help me get my HbA1c lower, my depression happy and less pain, I will jump on here and
shout it from the rooftops.
Shout it from the rooftops, because I've got the depression, the diabetes, the sleep problems, and chronic pain. So, yay.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
The will be right behind you with this, and I'm
Yeah.
very, very optimistic for you, I have to say, because we've been around now only a few months, but it's long enough to see the changes that have been happening in such a short time for people. I'm not saying everybody will get an overnight result, but a lot of
No, I
people
don't
do.
expect that.
A couple of days, some people it's a couple of weeks, sometimes it's a month, but you will get the results. When you're talking about, it's about whether you're taking enough, and some people take it morning, some people take it night, whether you need to take it twice a day, or whether you need, to take a little bit more or for a bit of a longer time, but you will have results if you have the product in your system and you've got the right kind of mix for your conditions. Because what we find is once the body can deal with fighting inflammation and stopping the inflammatory response and has that under control, then it can start to deal with the backlog of health challenges that have kind of been a flow-on effect as a result of having a chronic inflammatory, condition anyway. So then you find a reversal of symptoms starts to happen, and some people are really pleasantly surprised. They'll have relief from things they didn't even think, that they were on their list of things. So you've got a really good list of stuff, and unfortunately that's given you a lot of grief, but I'm really, really confident that this will help dramatically. So we'll get you some products straight away. Whereabouts? Oh, you're just down the road here, aren't you? Anyway.
Yes, yeah, I'm just down the road. So I've just returned to study. So it's like, oh, it's going to be full on mentally. And it's, yeah. Yeah. So
we could
this year's
definitely
been
organise to. I could probably even drop you some product off tomorrow because I'll be potentially going that way. So I'm just in Keysborough, you're in Cheltenham, so I might get some. I've got some here of Leanne's anyway. I could probably drop. We'll talk about that. We'll figure it out for you. Just make sure Leanne's got your details.
Yes, I do, and we'll follow that up. I'm going to put, I'm interrupting, I'm just going to put all our names that are all the attendees in a bowl because we are at home, and let's win the free bottle, okay, of their choice. We're even giving them a choice, the one with the vitamin C and the ginger, or yeah, okay, I'm shuffling it around. Oh.
Looks like a lovely Tupperware bowl.
Yeah, I know, a little green bowl matches the jacket. Basu.
Yeah, there you go. You got some free.
Fantastic! Wow! Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, we'll organise that for you and keep in contact with you.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Congratulations! Yes.
That's wonderful. Now, Leanne you're doing a discount on the product tonight. I think it was 20% off. So the Nanofy is normally $80 retail and the Curcumin Plus is $90. So I'll just let you know what that'll end up being. So that's, oops, that's right. So $64 for the Nanofy and $72 for the Curcumin Plus for tonight. So you can talk to Leanne about purchasing some and it can just be posted in the mail. This is the beauty of this product. It's so tiny. You can keep this in your purse. You can have it in your bag. I had it in my bag when I came back from Australia to New Zealand the first time, just after I'd been taking it for about 2 weeks. And we went out for dinner and my brother-in-law was there and he was talking about how sore his hands were from Jim's mowing franchise, doing the same thing all day, every day. And he was really in pain. And I pulled it out of my purse and I said, I want you to put 10 drops of this in your lemonade right now and drink it and tell me in 10 minutes how that pain is. I kid you not, I didn't know at that stage it was going to work that well. I was testing and he did that and he said, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's gone. He said, what is it? And I said, take it home, keep trying it, tell me how you feel, better sleeps, more productive. I kid you not, it's a miracle product. For me, it's been a miracle and everybody that I've given it to. So we're super excited. We'd love for you to share the product as well with other people, obviously, when you get it, or talk to Leanne about how you can share it, get on Disruptive Wellness. Just talk to your friends, invite them to Disruptive Wellness as well. And obviously, if you want to get a sort of if people want the product and you have referred them, you would get a kickback on that product just naturally because it's a relationship marketing product. So it's the only way we can get it out is by sharing. So you can certainly, promote the product too, and that'd be great. But at the moment, we're just talking about getting good results. So has anyone got any?
I just wanted to add, Beck, that my nephew, your cousin, who's a wellness expert, he's done some great videos. And what he says in the videos that really hit home to me was inflammation is like a great big roadblock in your way. You know, when you come up to a big roadblock, you cannot get through. So if you can actually start to reduce that and move the roadblock out of your way, then your body can start to do what it does naturally, which is heal and repair. But when that roadblock is in there, you're never going to get past it unless you're able to move it. So that really impressed me, like the roadblock. I thought, yeah, I got this picture of this great big roadblock there. And then, you know, just seeing results with myself and my husband and all my daughter, my stepdaughter, all those people, starting to move the roadblock out of the way gradually. And nothing else seems to be able to do it but this curcumin. So definitely go for it.
That's
really
good analogy.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, how can we get this? Is it going to be posted on Facebook, this recording?
Is it, Leanne? I'm not sure.
If you want it for some of your friends, you mean like for Anna and that Mari, or
Yeah, well, just if I think of anyone that I think might be interested, or
Yeah,
might be
well,
good
actually,
for
what I
them.
can do, I can upload it onto our YouTube channel, and then you can have access to it that way. That way you can share it with people that aren't necessarily members of our group, because we have a Facebook group that's a kind of a members-only group for people that are wholesaling the product. But we can certainly put it up on the YouTube channel for you.
And with the Facebook page, because there's a few names that come up, what's the name of the page on Facebook?
So the disruptive.
yeah, Mari just walked out when you were showing it.
Okay, yes. So disruptive wellness. I'll just show you again, Mari, really quickly, so you know what to look for when you're on.
Somebody put it up on the
Yep,
chat.
put it up on the chat. I'll just take this down. Oops, Daisy, hang on a second.
That's Bernadette, I'm sure. Is that correct, Bernadette?
Yeah, she's popped it up there. You do have your membership. My membership's pending, so I don't know how long that takes to be approved. So,
so the admins are in the US, so they will be whatever
tomorrow,
time.
I'd say.
Yeah. Now let me just go back and show you. Can you see this screen? Of course, my computer's decided to freeze. My computer's about to die. I think it's doing something very unusual. If this cuts off, I'm sorry. Just get back in touch with me.
And then I can invite you into the group. Mari.
Why don't you do that, Leanne? That might be easier.
Hang on a second. Yeah, it looks like I've lost. Oh no, here I go. Hang on, I'm back. Okay, so we've got desktop one, share.
Wow, that's a busy desktop.
Oh, it's so busy. I'll just stop that and I'll find it first. I think I've lost my Chrome. Oh, there it is.
That's okay. I'll just get Leanne to invite me into the group.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Oh, here it is. It's coming up right now. And did you miss some of the testimonials that we were showing on?
No, I think I heard most of those. I was just away for a couple of minutes. And can I also ask, is the turmeric grown in Mexico?
No, it's actually it's organic, non-GMO turmeric grown in India.
Oh, it is India. Okay. Is the company in Mexico?
The company was started in Mexico only because the founders, who are Americans, live in Mexico. But the technology and the production of the product is German. So that's done in Germany. And then the Nanofire, so the Nanofire is produced in Germany, and then the Curcumin Plus, some of that Nanofire is sent over to Mexico to have the vitamin C and the ginger added, and then it's rebottled in Mexico. So that's the reason. So they've got facilities in Germany, facilities in Mexico, and facilities in the United States. And then the curcumin, the turmeric, comes from India. So it's kind of a worldwide thing. And now it's landing on our shores in Australia and New Zealand. So we're very blessed. It's not a startup company. They've been around for a few years, but it's very organically kind of shared over in South America before. Somebody we know had a profound health change with the product and decided that they would bring it to the United States, and they had to translate everything from Spanish to English, and it's kind of making its journey around the world now. So but in terms of how well the product is being received and the results people are having, between myself and my team, we've moved about $500,000 worth of wholesale product in 4 months. That's how well it's being received. And it's it's not an understatement to say that it's kind of exploding. And when people get it, they can't help but share it because they have such great results with it. So, Marie, you've got a waving. Was that? Oh, that's from before, probably. You just had a hand up there.
No, it was a clap.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Oh,
Okay.
they've just let me join now, so that's good.
Yep, someone's awake.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the time difference
Look, it's a
is,
great
so.
family. It's a great community. Everybody, when you're coming from with a common sort of purpose, but a lot of people have common health challenges. And like you would know, Diane, when Denise was talking about that roadblock, when you know that you can't get past that, you kind of, everything else starts to, you get depressed, you lose hope. You think, how am I going to, what answers are there? What solutions are there? There's so many positive people in that disruptive wellness group, 16,000 of them. And growing. When I joined, I think there were 9,000, and that was 4 months ago. So you can see in that time it's just doubled almost. So to say this is kind of an emerging market, we're right at the forefront of this in Australia and New Zealand. It's only just coming in. We should officially open towards the end of the year with our own distribution warehouse, which means we can get products shipped locally. We can get customers, you can have wholesale consumers, you can have distributors. It'll all be open, but if you do want to join us early in the pre-launch, then please, just let us know and we'll help you along that journey too. So it's been
do you know where that's going to be? Will that be in Melbourne, or is that
we've got one person put their hand up who has facilities in Geelong, which is a bad
That's not
choice.
too bad,
Yeah, because Avalon Airport, etc. And then someone in Sydney as well. So
make it Geelong.
And we've got Auckland as well. So we'll probably open in New Zealand first and then start shipping over to Melbourne. But there's been such a demand on the product that there's a little bit of a shortage. So there's a little bit of a, but we have plenty of stock here in Melbourne anyway. Leanne's got bucket loads of it. She planned ahead. She knows how good it is. So and we went
bucket loads.
Well, I don't know about bucket loads. Boot loads.
well, you sell it in little jars or big buckets. It just depends on what you want, I suppose.
We went to a gym on the weekend and we had a little session there for gym goers, and talked about how this can help recovery and performance and sleep and all of those great things. And everybody there was so impressed. They bought bottles and everyone went off happy. So we just are in the process of really promoting and sharing at the moment. Leanne, is there anything you wanted to add that I've missed?
About the event that you're having, where Diane could, or anybody could have we're just waiting for a confirmation on whether it's the Novotel Glen Waverley.
Actually, do you know where it's going to be? It's going to be at the Pullman.
We know there's Pullman's in East Melbourne, and it's Collingwood Carlton tomorrow night, just on that note. Murray Carlton and Rebecca and I are going to the football, but the Pullman's in East Melbourne, opposite the MCG.
It looks like it's going to be at the Pullman. So I will confirm that for you as soon as I check in with my mate who's organising that. But on the 11th and 12th of August, we've got our American friends coming out here who've been championing this product for the last 2 years in the United States and have helped us and are helping us open the Australia-New Zealand market. So they're coming over to talk about the product, to share, to do some training on it, to share some of the science behind it. It's going to be great fun, and everybody's welcome to attend if people are interested in the product. So that's coming up, and I'm still here for a couple of weeks as well, doing things either in person or on Zoom. I'm only across the ditch anyway in New Zealand, Aussie by birth, but lived in New Zealand for a couple of years now. So we we do a Monday night call every single Monday night. We do a Zoom call. We usually have between 30 and 50 people on those calls where we do a different presentation. It's much more comprehensive. Lots of testimonials get shared, and we talk about the costs and how you can also get the product at wholesale. And it's really about the opportunity that we've got in our hands in a pre-launch market at the moment. So you're all welcome to attend. It's actually this exact same Zoom link. Mondays at 6 p.m. Melbourne time and 8 p.m. New Zealand.
I'd rather a Zoom than go to East Melbourne.
Sure. Yeah, so come along on Monday, join our Zoom call. Every Monday night we do it, and bring people if you want them to hear about it as well. We usually get lots of new people, lots of interest, and some of the testimonials that we have on the nights are just mind-boggling. Like, we just give you goosebumps. They really do. So it's a lot of hope. We call this hope in a bottle or a miracle in a bottle. That's what we affectionately call the drops. And so it's exceeded all of our expectations, I think, in terms of what it can do for people. And just to be able to change someone's lives, you know, people saying they get their husbands back or their pets back or whatever, it's great. So yeah, anything else?
I've got a 14-year-old. I've got a 14-year-old Moggy that's got really bad respiratory problems. So after spending a lot of money at the specialist, she's well now, but scary.
Okay, great. And so you could put 1 drop per kilo of body weight of your Moggy into her water. And for children, it's 1 drop per year of age up to 10, and then it's the usual just 10 drops.
Okay.
So people have saved thousands. I'm not kidding, on vet bills. You know how expensive vet bills are.
I do, yeah.
Hot spots, sores, infections, ear infections, arthritis for pets, diabetes for pets. People are using the drops, and we've got lots of people in our teams with horses and dogs and cats using the drops successfully. There's such a huge market for pets as well, because, you know, that vet bills are so expensive. So to have such a product that you can use topically with pets, with everyone in the family, can share it. Just make sure you've got enough of it, because you'll never have too much. That's, oh, hello. What a cutie. You'll never have too much of this stuff.
Use my baby.
Beautiful.
I've just got a message for Leanne. Go the Pies!
On the Blues. Rebecca, can I just ask, is it it's obviously a high grade, like the ingredients are quite high grade?
Yep. Yeah, there's actually only a couple of ingredients. So there's the curcumin, which, as I said, comes from non-GMO organic turmeric, but you can't actually class the curcumin as organic because it's extracted from the organic original. And then there's vitamin D3, and then there's vitamin C and ginger. The technology, though, the micelle delivery system, which I didn't show you a video of, but I might just real quickly do that, because while we're here and everyone's talking about it, just quickly show you one more thing.
Because at the moment I am taking a turmeric, but it is a medical grade turmeric.
Right. It's not a medical grade, did you say?
It is a medical grade, the one I'm taking.
Can I ask how many milligrams it is?
Per capsule, I'd have to look it up, because I haven't got it sitting here with me right this very second.
Okay, so you might have missed the part where we said this is only 31 milligrams of curcumin, and that's all it needs to be, because it's obviously
nanotechnology.
And the technology gets it straight into the bloodstream. You'll see when you take these drops, your pee does not change color at all. So you're absorbing more than 95% of it within minutes of it going into your body, straight into the blood. It goes into the tissues, the organs, the cells, the muscles, goes into the brain, crosses the blood-brain barrier. We have had, we're not really ever supposed to make claims about the product, but people with stroke, Alzheimer's, dementia, we've heard some incredible stories. People are walking again. Unbelievable. You'll see when you go on Disruptive Wellness, let the testimonials do the talking.
Great, fantastic.
So
the one I'm taking, it's got 750 milligrams of turmerics.
Oh, okay, turmeric's right. Yep. Okay. So, turmeric is great, but it's also, you can't take turmeric raw anyway, because it really affects the liver. So curcumin is, it's kind of the active component. So anything that's curcumin based is probably more potent than turmeric anyway, as a general rule. But if it's working for you, great. But what you could do is just try this and see if it feels like it's more effective.
Yeah.
And it things more than what you've maybe experienced so far. So I'll just share this.
Can I do both?
You could, yeah. Would you need to? Maybe. Might be extra cost, but just feel your way. If you're going to take both, probably just start with 5 drops a day. I think in that case, it might be difficult to know. Well, if you already know and you've been on that for an established period of time, you probably already know what's working and how it's helping you, right? So you know kind of where your general state of health is. It'd be a great idea to take note of your general state of health, make some sort of a list, give yourself a rating out of 10 of certain parameters, pain, discomfort, da 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 da, and then take the Nanify for a few weeks and start to make notes on your phone or whatever. Just make a list of all the changes that you start to notice by adding that in. Yeah. And then you might be able to reduce the other if you feel like this is much more for you. Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll just
can I ask, is it more effective whether you put it on your tongue or in water or?
Well, what I've found, I'll just come back to the screen for a sec. What I've found is if I get a headache, which very rarely, or if I've been on the computer too long and I start to get a tightness, or if there's something in the air that's affecting my sensitivity, because obviously having asthma for so long, I've obviously got a bit of damage in my lungs, but while I'm taking the drops, I don't need my steroids at all. If I put 3 drops of this on my tongue when I'm getting the onset of a migraine, or my daughter gets period pain, or my partner's thinking, I'm starting to get a toothache or a migraine, within 10 minutes, it's generally gone. So you can use it like a kind of a rescue remedy in emergency situations as well. So I think if you can tolerate it under your tongue, go for it. It's probably got that slight sort of bitter, oily taste if you do put it on your tongue. I keep it simple and put it in my coffee in the morning, and I love it. It doesn't changes the color of the coffee. But some people are more particular and they like to put it into veggie caps so that they don't get the yellow staining on things. It comes off your cups and things like that, but don't get on your bed sheets because it's very yellow. So
anyway, it's as effective.
Yeah, because it all goes into the bloodstream and it doesn't have to pass through the digestive tract. So I'll just show you here if I can. It's a little bit blurry. It's very thick, and the drops, you should tilt the dropper on the side. I wonder if I bring it closer. You tilt the drops on the side and then just drop them out like that. But basically 1/3 of a dropper is 10.
It's quite viscous, I suppose. Is that the word? Yeah, thick, yeah.
It has to be. But 1/3 of a dropper is 10 drops exactly. So 1/3 of a dropper straight into your juice, water, tea, coffee, on your
And it does come out quite easily, the drops.
Oh, it's thick. I would say that, but it needs to be because that's part of the delivery system. It has to be amphiphilic, which means it's both oil and water loving. So it's a bit like when you have detergent. It's not like detergent, but as an analogy, when you're washing your dishes, if you've got oil on a plate and you use a detergent, it's going to that kind of oily substance is going to get the oil off the plates better than water would, right? So that's what's so thick. And,
but it does come out. It does. The drops do come out.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you can put it in warm water. Are you saying something, Leanne?
Yeah, I was just saying you can rub it between your hands, Murray, like to warm the bottle up. Or what I do if I'm having the coffee here is just in a little bit of a saucer or a cap, boiling hot water, just put the bottle in that for, 10 seconds, and it comes out a lot easier.
Yeah,
like when I have
it out.
My guy that makes my almond latte with turmeric in it, or my skinny latte with turmeric in it, he puts it on it's always there on the top of his, say, coffee machine. It's just keeping it warm. So it comes out really, really quickly. So, yeah, either rub it under your hands, people put it under their arms just to warm it up, and then it'll come out a lot quicker.
Well, just, under a little bit of hot water just to thin it out slightly if you struggle. But I think it's better if you're taking it to squeeze the dropper first. So open it up, squeeze the dropper first, then insert it, and then let the dropper go, and then you'll see that the whole fills up.
Yeah.
But if you try and do it like that, you might get air in it, and then it might not be. And I've found some are a bit better than others. The difference between the two products is sometimes you'll have a preference for one over the other. Some people, like Denise's husband, Trevor, started on the Curcumin Plus and had amazing results, all of that. And then she changed it to Nanify. And then he said to her, no, I want to go back to the Curcumin Plus. I felt that was better for me. I felt better on it. I felt like it worked. Is that right? So you find that sometimes you find this, I would say the Nanify is a little bit stronger and the Curcumin Plus is a bit gentler, but does have those extra added ingredients, which some people love because the ginger and the vitamin C is great for immune health, especially colds and flus during flu season. For pets, it seems doesn't really matter, but find your favorite. I can take both. I sometimes take Nanofy in the morning, and then I might make myself like a turmeric, like a golden milk at night. You know,
Yeah.
before I go to bed, just while I'm watching Netflix or something. Put the ginger one in with a bit of honey and cinnamon, and then some soy milk that I've frothed up. Oh my God, it's the best, and you have the best sleeps. If I give that to my fiance, he just snores. Like, he never usually snores, but the sleep is that deep. Most people notice straight away the sleep is improved massively. So if you have good sleeps, you start regenerating better, and then it starts that positive flow effect. So yeah, so if you're going to get some, probably get one of each and try both and see what you feel. You'll develop a sort of probably a strong affinity for one over the other. That's what I think anyway. And sometimes people will be taking one and then they find after 3 weeks, they say, I'm not getting the results I really hoped. I see all these incredible testimonies. And I always say to them, swap, go to the other one. And pretty much every time they swap to the other one and they say, oh my God, that was like a light went off, everything started to kick into gear. So it's a bit of trial and error, but it's a very simple product to take anyway. And you can have it with you. You can keep it with you. I take it because I don't take my asthma meds around now. I keep this always in my bag so that I can always, if I feel a little bit like there's something in the atmosphere, I just put a couple of drops on my tongue. Within 10 minutes, I'm all good. I feel that lift happen in my lungs, and I feel like I can take the deepest breath after 3 drops. So it works so quickly. We've had people that have had bad burns. I've had a couple. My granddaughter walked past a heater and I accidentally brushed her entire. She's only 3, the top of her hand against the side of the Canary heater and burnt all the skin off all fingers. And we were just putting curcumin drops on and wrapping it in gauze for 3 days, and now she's got no scarring. We had another lady that fell flat on her face the other day. She was on our Monday call, and she unfortunately grazed the whole front of her face, her nose. She was, she was pretty banged up. She's been putting curcumin on that topically and taking extra. And I just had a meeting with her the other day, and I can't see anything. It's just healed up, like you were saying, Cindy, about the bruising and the swelling. So it's such a God's gift product, honestly. I mean,
does it work with fine lines?
Online?
I said, does it work with fine lines?
Well, I have been known to put it on my face. It does work with age spots. We've had people having age spots drop off. What else? Skin tags drop off just from taking it internally. But yes, you can put it on your age spots. You can put it on topically.
And this is the drops. Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, it's very yellow. So I probably do that when, you're not going out, if you're going to put it on your face, but, and preferably not when you're sleeping, unless you've got black pillowcases, and it doesn't matter if they go yellow, because, it is a dye, naturally. Turmeric is used as a dye. So, and if you're giving it to your pets, like dogs love it, they'll just lick it up, but then they'll get all yellow all over their ears.
Especially staffies, they love anything, don't they, Leanne?
Yeah.
Well, it's been lovely to connect with you all, and I hope that's been enjoyable and informative. And I'm sure we'll organise to do this again. But as I said, we have our Monday night call. It's not diabetes focused, it's general health, and we get lots of great testimonies and a different presentations, much more comprehensive, as I said, and talk all about how you can get the product. Thank you. Thanks, Marie. And thanks, Leanne, for organising, and Bernadette, and congratulations, Fasu, for winning the product. And Leanne can help get some over to you where you are, I'm sure. And Diane, if you want to purchase some, speak to Leanne afterwards, and I can probably drop it in for you tomorrow. And if anybody else locally wants some as well.
And
we
can give it to some other friends, and if they do view it, I'll still honour the discount on the bottles too. Yeah. Okay, Martha.
I was just going to say, I've requested to join the Facebook page, so I don't need to send me the. You don't need to ask me to join. Yeah.
Fantastic, great, good.
Sorry, Fasu was saying something.
Yeah, I have a sister in Brisbane. She's coming next month.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, we'll get some product to her in Brisbane. Yeah. So we'll talk.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, I think we better go. We've wasted
Thank
it.
you,
Not
ladies.
wasted. Gone a little bit longer than what we thought, but I hope that you got a lot out of it and a bit of information and a bit of hope. And so, you know, health is the new wealth. So, and you're never too old to get better. So let's all do
Definitely
this.
not.
Absolutely.
Thanks again, Rebecca, and ladies,
Absolutely.
Diane, and
Thank you,
we'll
Rebecca.
talk. Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow.
you.
Okay. Thanks, ladies.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry.